This is Chris Hansen. This computer system is completely bizarre. It just come from the west direction outside in. Um, his his computer said, You better hope you don't never catch me. Um, you don't know what you've just done." Um, it's it sounded like the inference, and unless it was given an inference in my brain as it was saying this from the west. It sounded like it was maybe talking to some people, other than it being directed at me. That's the way it sounded. But it could have been directed at me. But I posted this on Facebook, this last video. They got so many in trains running through the back of my head. It's actually starting to go down now, but they usually turn it down when I'm doing something. Um, because it just feels like they're really creepy, like uh, like a bunch of jackals watching you outside the campfire, just waiting to attack, but sitting there quiet. That's the way it is when I start like making a video about it or something. It seems like they tune it down and they're just like all listening, you know, like some creepy stalkers that they are. This thing says you better hope you don't catch me. You don't even know what you just did. And before that, there um, this computer always tries to act like other people. Either that, it's people talking to the program, and it still sounds like the program's voice, and that's how they cover up their own voice, by sounding like it, but it was talking to it. Like, I hope you're satisfied now. Now we got another video out there. Um, um, and then it says, you better hope you don't catch me. You don't even realize what you've done. This was after I posted the video to Facebook after what it is doing to me, or what they're doing to me through this psychotronic um, program. They got, like I said, they got so much stuff programmed into my head. I'm sitting here thinking, watching Melody Joy, you know, her vacation diary. She's got new videos out, and I've been kind of keeping up with her music. I just stumbled across some of her music, watching. I believe it was "Reckless Love" by Corey. I was just listening to different versions of it, and I stumbled across her, and she's really a good singer, inspiring artist coming up. That's a Christian, and so I've been keeping up on some of her videos. And this thing is running so many in trains through my head, and just like lighting up my head, and this, like I said on the last video, the whole right side of my brain while I was sleeping, um, it was just running blasphemies of the Holy Spirit. My brain was entraining it, and it was like when my brain's asleep and the REMs, you know, like they bring my whole brain alive with this stuff. Well, my other parts of my brain are sleeping, or they're shutting off parts of my other parts of my brain. They're shutting off other parts of my brain while they light this up. Um, Sometimes it just feels like the oxygen's being sucked right out of my brain. Just, I can feel the probing. I can feel the stuff hitting my brain. I can feel it lighten up. I can feel the heat. They talk through from the west all the time from the west. Um, Sometimes just computer or talk with the other geopositionary computers. So it's got to be a smart program. It, at other times, the organized gang stalkers are like, I can hear all this. So they go have me on some frequency where it's all connected. their minds and to this, and I'm hearing this in my mind, and they're programming my mind to this EEG cloning by programming her brain on my brain. It's just bizarre, but I always hear them cross talking from the distance, and it's like they're connecting all this stuff together, or they already have it connected together, but they're putting new ones up there, and the one main one is like trying to teach the other ones, um, like it's like when the internet, the web got all connected, and it's just turning into one smart program or whatever, and they got to have some operators that are part of the government working through this. The police department's obviously involved, covering it up with 911. The hospital, they just, they'll ask you police, fire, or ambulance, oh, don't you want some attention? And then, you know, you tell them it's microwaves, and they wrote down, I had a headache. They won't put microwaves. So I actually, on one of my admission slips, I put microwave on there because they asked for my ID. Make you sign a paper, saying that you accept their treatment, and I put microwaves on there, and I even have a record of it, on one of my visits there, um, because I knew that they weren't going to put down why I come in there, so I put down why I was in there, and then when I went back and told them, I'm being microwaved and everything, they put down I come in for a headache, in my head, so that's how they cover it up, and then after, they must have noticed the microwave note. After that, they started, not having me sign the paper at the desk anymore. They just ask for my ID, and then they give it to me after I've been through it all. They have me sign the paper, um, and there's not a carbon copy with it. They just give me like a blank one, and yeah, and then they take another copy or something. They switch the whole system up. Um, so obviously to cover up, anybody making notes again like that, so it's not on your medical file anywhere. When you request your medical records, through the FOIA, um, they think they're slick, but they're not that slick. But they're smarter than the average bear because they got all this stuff already programmed in my head. But this is a record of it right now. This is live in Oahu, Hawaii. Government terrorism, human experimentation, and programming of the human brain. They've already ruined my natural body function, of my brain. Um, According to the law, they should all be doing life in prison. That's what the law carries. My brain has got so much stuff coming up, blasphemies and everything else that they've inserted into my head that my brain is not even the same anymore. They've completely, totally ruined my brain. I've never ever thought that ever in my entire life until they started this psychotronics on me. Now my brain is starting to come up in my subconscious, and they've totally ruined my brain. Um, they need to be brought to justice.